How's that? How's that? How do I look? Humming and humming, humming. I know it's dark in here or not. I got no lights on. No need a lamp. Anyway, I'm here today to make a video about movies of the Golden Age. Films of the Golden Age, whatever we're going to talk about. The Golden Age of movies, which I myself consider 1930. I know there's movies before 1930. But we're going to be talking about movies from 1930 to 1949. That's my pretty old age, you know, the Golden Age of movies. That's just me. You guys can make up your own time period. Well, let's talk about them, okay? So the first, and another thing is, all these movies that I'm talking about, I have them in my collection, but I don't really feel like taking them all out and putting them all back. That's a job in itself, right? Y'all agree with me, right? Although I wouldn't mind, you know, show them to you and stuff like that, but it's like, come on, gotta watch a movie today. Let's talk about 1930, Ladies of Leisure. Barbara Stanwyck, Ralph Graves. This young lady gets hired as a model, right? She's thinking, yeah, model, right, yeah. Well, this guy hires her as a model. He takes her up to his place. He puts her there. He starts painting her and stuff, and you know, one thing leads to another, and he falls in love with her. But there's more to it than that, okay? But I think I'm never always 100% sure. So you always get, you know, anybody can correct me if I'm wrong any time at all. I like being corrected because, you know, that's just who I am. But I'm pretty sure this was Barbara Stanwyck's. Was this her first movie? I know I have her first movie somewhere. I'll check and see, but this might be her first movie. I could be wrong, but anyway. Ladies of Leisure. 1931. The Miracle Woman. Who? Barbara Stanwyck. Right? Barbara Stanwyck again. After Florence Fallon's father dies in the church where he basically preaches, right? Falls down, he's dead. That's it. She's gone. She's out of there. She has, you know, she can't live there anymore. She lived with her dad, right, and looked after him and all that stuff. The guy kicks the bucket. She's got to, all right, get out. We're moving. Somebody moving else that's getting in there. So, yeah, this guy comes by and says to her, you know, she can be another preacher or stuff like that, right? Someplace else, right? You know, another church and traveling around and stuff. So she becomes basically a fake kind of one of those holy moly and touch your head and, you know, those preachers, right? She gets a big following. There's thousands of people, right? And then she meets a blind guy. Things start changing for her. Yeah. The Miracle Woman, Barbara Stanwyck, 1931. 1932, everybody knows this one. We're going to go with The Mummy. I know, it's The Mummy, Boris Karloff. Can't miss that one. It's got to be in there. 1933, I'm No Angel. Anybody know that one? I'm No Angel. Stars a big girl, big bosom. Mae West. Yes, you got it. Mae West and Cary Grant. Cary. C-A-R-Y. C-A. You think I'm saying Cary Grant? I'm saying Cary Grant. You know, what do you got there? What do you got in your pocket? You know, what do you got in your pocket there? You know, you got a gun or something? Or are you just happy to see me? Why don't you come on up and see me sometime? Anyway, yeah. She works for the circus. She's a circus worker, right? And so the word goes out, she's going to put her head in a lion's mouth. You know, lion, you know, in the mouth up, she puts her head in it. So she gets all these people start paying money to come to the tent to see this blonde lady put her head in the lion's mouth. Anyway, I'm No Angel, Mae West, 1933. 1934. Yeah, we're up to 1934. Manhattan Melodrama. Clark Gable and Myrna Loy and William Powell. They worked good together. Yeah, Clark Gable and William Powell, they come from the old country, right? They're on this ship. These guys are young. They're 10, 12 years old. So they're buddies. They're friends and stuff like that. Right? What happens? The friggin' boat catches on fire. Starts collapsing. Everybody's panicking. They're running. They're diving into the water. Anyway, they lose their parents. So this other gentleman takes them home and brings them up. One becomes a nice guy. The other one becomes basically a gangster, a bad guy, right? All right, that's the way it goes. This is the movie known as the last movie that John Dillinger set in the theater. Yeah, I call it theater now, right? That he sat in the theater and watched the movie. Then he stepped outside and he got shot down in a hail of bullets in the laneway. Street, laneway, whatever. Yeah, John Dillinger's last movie. Anyway, the Manhattan Melodrama, 1934. 1935, films of the Golden Age. The Whole Town is Talking. Edward G. Robinson. Yes. Now, Edward G. Robinson, he's working in an office building, right? With all the other clowns. They're all sitting there in rows typing, right? They're all doing this typing stuff. Anyway, he's a happy guy. He's doing his, he's working. He's all right. He's got a room or a little apartment. He's doing all right. And anyway, the thing is, there's another guy out there, a gangster, a bad shit guy, right? Killing people, robbing banks, the regular routine, that looks just like this guy. This little mosey guy. Yeah, you look at him and you look at the gangster, you think, God damn it, they look just like each other. Well, you know what happens, eh? He's sitting in a restaurant having lunch, minding his own business, right? Reading the newspaper, and a freaking whole bunch of cops show up everywhere, cop cars everywhere. They go take him to jail, and then the story starts. Yeah, so Edward G. Robinson plays two parts. The simple little guy, minds his own business, works in an office, and the gangster. Very good movie. All right, what else am I watching here? We're up to 1936. Let's try not to make this video too long. 1936, Little Lloyd Fauntleroy. Fauntleroy? Freddie Bartholomew. And there's Mickey Rooney in this too, one of his early movies. Well, I shouldn't say early, he's been in a few movies by now, but Mickey Rooney. And they're in the Bowery, they're in New York and the city and stuff, and Freddie's a well-dressed kid, wears little shorts, shiny shoes and stuff, right? So the kids pick on him. He gets in brawls and fights and stuff, and Mickey Rooney's shoe shine boy, and he kind of helps him out. Next thing you know, somebody shows up from England looking for Freddie, because his grandfather's looking for him, because he's going to be a friggin', a prince or something over there in England. He's got this big castle and stuff, but they just want him. The mother has to stay home. But there's more to it. There's always more to it than what I'm telling you. All right? I don't want to spoil it for you. Anyway, 1936, Little Lloyd Fauntleroy, Freddie Bartholomew. Stop it. 1937, Lost Horizon, Ronald Colman, Jane Wyman, Shangri-La, right? Let's get to the point. The plane, they're getting out of China. I think it's China. Going nuts to get in an airplane, right? And they're taking off, right? And everybody's in the airport running around crazy. And the next thing you know, I'll move the story along. They're crash land, right? They're in what's that word? The Himalayas. It's cold. They're going to be freezing. The airplane, they're sitting in the plane, and if they get to stay there, they'll freeze. Anyway, who comes walking down the mountainside, all bundled up? Natives. They take them. They pick these people up that are in the airplane, like Ronald Colman, right? Just Ronald Colman. Some other actors, but I only put him down as the main star. And they take him back to where, basically he come from. And it's like Shangri-La, like the girl group, right? So yeah, and the next thing you know, everything's nice there, man. It's like beautiful. Everything's just like you're in freaking heaven. Anyway, like I said, there's more to it than that. So if you can find Lost Horizon or any of these movies, you know, Golden Age movies. All right, what else? 1938, Judge Hardy's Children. Judge Hardy's Children. You gotta love this. Yes, Mickey Rooney, Louis Stone is the dad. Louis Stone wasn't the original dad. He was in all the movies except for the first one. Mickey Rooney, yes. Judge Hardy, right, goes to Washington, right? Washington takes the family to Washington. Andy Hardy falls in love. Doesn't he always fall in love? This is a great movie. The Andy Hardy series was #1 at the box office for years back in the 30s. They made about three or four of them a year. But everybody flocked to the movies theater to watch Andy Hardy, right? Yeah, family. He's got a mom and dad, right? And his aunt lives with him. He's got a sister. You know, he's always getting in trouble. He likes girls, likes cars. Well, Andy Hardy, yeah. Love affair. All right, no. 1939, Love Affair. French playboy and an American girl, female, Terry McKay, fall in love on this ship. You know, they're on a, like a holiday, right? So, they're coming back from, their holiday. They're going to go to New York, stuff, and they both have boyfriends and girlfriends, and they're both going to get married and all this stuff, right? So they say if things don't work out, right, between, what they're going to do, they're going to meet 6 months from now, and they're going to meet at, I think it's on the top of the Empire State Building. Anyway, time goes by, things don't work out between their other halves and etc., right? And he goes, and he's standing, he's waiting at the top of the Empire State Building. 6 o'clock rolls around, and she doesn't show up. Doesn't show up. Why? Well, you're going to have to watch the movie. Yeah. 1940, Rebecca. Come on, people. Rebecca. Alfred Hitchcock, right? There's a simple little girl. She's on holidays with this rich lady, happy person, one of them broads that she loves herself. She's got this girl as her, helps her out, puts her shoes on, and, goes to dinner with her and stuff. Anyway, this other gentleman, a rich guy, nice car, starts talking to this, helper that's helping this old lady. One thing leads to another, and they get married. He takes her back to his place. We're going back to my place. Oh, okay. She gets there, and this guy lives in his goddamn friggin' mansion. Big, huge house, right? Like with maids and all kinds of stuff. She's kind of like overwhelmed, right? And this head maid or, the one person that runs the house, not too crazy over. Not too crazy over. And plus, the guy's wife is died dead, right? And everybody's still thinking about her. And yeah, so she's got to compete with the man's dead wife. So, and always more to it than that. So yeah, Rebecca. Most of you saw Rebecca. 1941. What's from 1941? It's a cartoon. We won't talk about it too much, but it's Dumbo, the little baby elephant with the big ears. Excuse me. Anyway, 1942, Harry's favorite movie. Yeah, my man Harry. Casablanca. We don't have to talk too much about this one. Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman. It's a love story. Can a girl or a man or anybody for that matter fall in love with two people, be in love with two people at the same time? Yes, it's possible. Anything's possible when it comes to love. All right. Yes. 1943, and we're getting to 1943, and it's a war movie. 1933 war movie. Sahara. Humphrey Bogart. Sergeant Joe Gunn and his tank crew pick up 5 British soldiers. They're in the desert, sand everywhere, sun, no water. It's like, That's it, right? So they're hunting for water. They gotta find water. And who else has to find water? The Germans. They're out there looking for water. Yeah. So you gotta find water. So they're traveling in the desert and they're getting, shot and shooting their guns, and a couple of the guys get killed, and they end up finding water at this water place. There's a little bit of water there. And the Germans show up too. And they want the water. So there you go. Sahara, 1945. Believer of the Heaven. Most of you know this movie too. Yes, Gene Tierney. Believer to Heaven. A young novelist falls in love with a young girl on a train. Yeah, you're sitting on a train, right? Girls there, they start chatting, talking, they fall in love. And they love each other. The only thing is she's very jealous. She's jealous of everybody. She's jealous. She's a little weird too, but she's jealous. So yeah, so he takes her to this cottage type place, right? Yeah, and then his brother, young brother, right? He's got, he can't walk and stuff, so he comes there and things start happening, and yeah, she takes him out in the boat and he's swimming around and yells for help, and she doesn't pay any attention to them and he drowns. Yeah, and you're thinking, wow, she's a freaking bitch. But yeah, so it's a strange movie. Believer of the Heaven. All right, what else is there? 1946. The postman always rings twice. Ding dong. What? Twice. Ding dong. Nick Smith, owner of a side road restaurant, hires a drifter. He walks in. He's got. You're looking for help, and he helps. Yeah, he hires him. He wants to flip hamburgers and shit like that, right? Yeah. And then his wife, the owner's wife, it's Lana Turner. Oh, man, Lana Turner, she's a. I'd flip a hamburger with her any day. Anyway, it's John Garfield as the drifter, Lana Turner, right? And they start talking about the owner, the old guy, right? Kind of stuff. Yeah. Postman always rings twice. And then we got 1947, The Egg and I. Fred MacMurray and Claudette Colbert. First time we get to see Ma and Pa Kettle. Ma and Pa Kettle. On the farm and those Ma and Pa Kettle movies. Anyway, these two buy a farm. They were at a farm before, right? So eggs, and cows and all this stuff. It's hilarious. There's a book. They got it from a book. I got the book. Anyway, The Egg and I, Fred MacMurray, Claudette Colbert. A Riot, it's a laugh a minute. 1948. Sorry, wrong number. Barbara Stanwyck and Burt Lancaster. He looks nice in a suit and a tie, doesn't he? Anyway, she's at home. She's invalid. She's sick. She's, got a negligee on. She got pills all over the table. Glass of water. The phone's there. He picks up the phone. Yeah, you'll be home at 6 o'clock. You should be getting there. You can kill her and shoot her and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, she hears these guys talking about her over the phone. They're going to kill her. It's like she tries to get a hold of her husband. She's going nuts now. She's going crazy. Like, you know what I mean? She's trying to get the numbers. She's calling people like, yeah, sorry, wrong number. Do they kill her? Do they kill her? You're going to have to watch the movie. Barbara Stanwyck and Burt Lancaster. 1949, the last movie of this Volume 2. I already did an early version, or last year, I think it was, or sometime. Films of the Golden Age. 1949, a John Wayne movie, people. Sands of Iwo Jima. Yes, John Wayne and John Acar. After his wife leaves him and takes his son, he gets a little bitter. He's a little tight, right? So he's rough, he's tough. He doesn't like nobody. Everybody pisses him off. Yeah, so, but he has to train these men, right? Train soldiers, right? He's a sergeant. Anyway, they get to go to Iwo Jima, right, and, you know, rush up to, you know, the beaches and climb up the mountains and shoot, you know, Japanese people or men, you know, the army guys, right? And it's the story about this one sergeant and what he does with his men, how he tries to get his men to stay alive, so he's trying to look after them, and what happens at the end of the movie and stuff. Well, always, you're going to have to watch the movie. And that, my friends, my movie lovers, the world over, if you're watching this video, is volume 2 of Films of the Golden Age. And I hope you like it. And if you liked it, send me money. I mean, no, that's no. Anyway, if you liked it, just, you know, ring the bell and subscribe and all the regular shit, right? All right. I'm trying to get together Films of the Silver Age and Films of the Bronze Age like it did last year. So they'll be coming up soon. They're still a work in progress, as I say. Okay? All right, movie lovers. Talk to you later.